Okay, here we go. Hey, Team PCS, we have a very special guest tonight, Kim Hewes, who was the first person who called me after I signed my distributor fee or if I was enrolled as a distributor. And she taught me how to place my first order. It just so happened that I lived about an hour and a half away from her, but we met in Seattle and she welcomed me with open arms at my very first Juice Plus event. And then her and her husband, Gordon, treated me like absolute family at my very first Juice Plus conference. And she's just been the most kind person I have ever met in this Juice Plus family. So I'm really excited for you guys to hear about, number one, her Transform 30 story because she is the original Transform 30 girl, which is amazing. So she's the one that said that it's the second shake that makes all the difference. And she's also really been, I don't know if you're friends with her on Facebook. If you're not, you should be. She is having fun in these community events, and it's really exciting to see where she's doing with her business. So get ready. We have a very up-and-coming national marketing director with her. She's going to be changing lives forever as if she hasn't already. So Kim, take it away, and if we miss something, I'll let you know.
Okay, that sounds perfect, Christy. Well, thank you so much for inviting me to talk to your team. I remember meeting you the very first time Monica called and said, I've got a brand new distributor. Can you please make her feel welcome? And I thought, absolutely. And I remember it was like your smile that absolutely lit up the room. And you just like jumped in and were so gung-ho and you were so fun to be around. And I know why you have the team you do, because I think you really attract it. And I think it's worldly, and I think it's amazing. So, but thank you so much for letting me talk to you guys tonight. So have most people seen my, you guys use that?
Yeah, we do. Yep. And I always talk about her in that little black dress.
Okay, so you've seen my before and after pictures then. And the story behind that really is that Mitra used to do the retreats for women up on Whidbey Island. And they were kind of a rejuvenation fasting retreats, and I would never ever want to go because I thought, for one thing, I can't fast. I can't, that would just make me crazy. But she very gently said one time, would I just at least come up and help Gail cook? So, well, of course, I love them both. So I said, yes, I will go help Gail cook, but I'm going to drive my own car so that I can make sure to get to Langley and get coffee when I need it. But what happens when you're surrounded by women, and this goes back to my thought of this community thing. You're surrounded by this group of women. It is so empowering, and it's almost like it just kind of takes the fear away, and you're in this nurturing environment. So there were so many things that I learned from that week. But I also had heard Mitra do that talk about, you're not fat, you're toxic. And she did this talk long before Transform 30. And she would explain that, your body holds onto the toxin, surrounds it with fat to protect yourself. And I was like, I must have heard her 5 or 6 times say this. And I'm like, Mitra, I know you have a PhD in biochemistry, but, I'm sure that is not how it works, because I know calories in, calories out, and that's never how I've been able to lose weight. Well, my before picture will show you that I was really, really stuck. Kind of in the middle of menopause, almost turning 50, and I just really, everything that I thought I was doing right. Now remember, I've been on Juice Plus for like 20 years at that point. So, I knew I had a lot of the good things coming in, but it was the attention to the bad, not having the bad things as well. And I was consistently doing 1 shake a day. I would always do it for breakfast. And my thought was, when I came back from that retreat, how much of this, because I loved the feeling, how much of this can I do at home? But I was super busy. I didn't have a lot of time. Again, I knew I loved the shakes, so I said, well, great, I'll do 2 shakes a day, and then I'll try and cook like we did on the retreat, because it felt really, really good. And she talked about gut health and all of that. So that was what I started doing. And there's only 9 months between the before picture and the after picture. And I honestly was not doing it to lose weight. I was just trying to do it to get more energy and get that energy like I had, on the retreat, surrounded by those women. So something that really comes to mind and that I really, really learned, and I keep having to relearn, is listen to your body. And I think what I was trying to do is I was trying to listen to my body and see what it needed and pay attention to it. And I was kind of experimenting. I didn't know that I would lose the weight like that. I didn't know it would be, Mitra has, thankfully, thank goodness Mitra has the concept and the mind to put together a program that can be shared. Here I was just selfishly doing it for myself to see how good can I feel. And so, you know, now that we have that, but my intent was not to help create this. My intent was just, it was honestly selfish, but I was just trying to experiment. So in experimenting like that with the food, I've kind of also said, what do I want to do with my business? And I thought, if I can do that with the program and with the food, why can I not do that with the business as well? And pay attention to what resonates with me, pay attention to what I want to be doing. And so as I was thinking, you know, they say get a buddy, do it with a buddy. That is so, so true. So a couple of us here on the island, we kind of said, you know, what kind of events do we want to go to? What things do we want to be involved with? Well, we want to do, you know, it's great to have people over to our house, but you know, come and watch a video, that kind of is like, we used to do that. So now it's like, we want to be out in the community. We want to, you know, like, we're coming to the ale house tonight to do a healthy happy hour. I don't have to clean my house. They serve great beer. So we put together, we decided we'd start doing 3 events every single week right after the Nashville conference. And we do healthy happy hour on a Monday night. We do a Tea30 lunch on Thursday at a winery. They do a wine tasting for us, and then I bring a Tea30 super salad, and that will really talk about the Tea30 program and what it is. It works like a support group for people that are already doing it. It works like an introduction for people that want to hear about it. And what's happening is people are starting to bring their friends. And that's the other thing that's happening with this. And then we do salads on Sunday. That's our 3rd event. But the salads, I know some people bring the business and the product into the salads. I'm not doing that right now. That's more to me like a lifestyle, and I'm sharing that. And what's happening with that too, we've got like over 113 people, I think, now on our Facebook group. And because people are inviting their friends to come. So a lot of these people I don't even know. And it's teaching me to relax. It's teaching me to know that the right people are going to show up. It's teaching me to not panic about ingredients. I let the Facebook group organize the party. So everybody has to comment on that post when I put it up with the date and the time and a little bit of the directions. And you're welcome to come and see what it looks like. But I have them comment what they're going to bring. And so it's like, I'm not spending a lot of time sending an invite out. I'm not spending a lot of time organizing it. And for us, that's really, really working. But when I was thinking about what to say tonight, you know, what I really would want to encourage you guys, and I'm sure, Christy, you encourage them to do this too, it's like, find what resonates with you. Listen to what other people are saying and doing. But you have an innate sense of what is right for you. And I think when you find that, what is right for you, then that's when it becomes magic. It's not hard to invite, you're excited to share, and people pick up on that, and then they want to participate. So part of our conversation has also been to these women, we say, we're creating this community of women supporting each other, making healthy choices. So that can be a lot of things. You know, it can be this cooking together. We start, before salads, we were cooking together, and it takes a lot more organization to cook together than it does to just do salads. So, you know, and we'll do a little bit of that still. But, you know, I would just say really listen to what other people are doing, but find what works for you, because that's what you're going to shine at. So.
I have no questions. I feel like you covered everything.
No.
That was awesome. Does anyone else have any questions for Kim? I mean, she's doing 3 events per week.
I do, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Kim, when you talk about you said like finding what resonates with you, how long after you started the business did you feel like it took you to really figure that out?
To figure out the business side of it, or to figure out what resonates with me?
To figure out what was right for you. Yes, like what was right for you in doing the business.
Okay, well, honestly, if you listen to my numbers, I've been in the business 23 years. I've been surrounded by it, and I think really, I honestly have to say, it is right now that I'm realizing that instead of looking at what everybody else is doing and comparing myself and my results to it and what I should be doing and shouldn't be doing, I'm paying more attention to what feels right and how I want to show up in events. I mean, we also are planning events with intention. So it's not like I just decided, oh, what feels good is to do nothing. I am pushing myself, but honestly, right now, I feel far more connected to my business and what I'm doing, because I'm doing the activity that I want to be doing. Does that make sense? And again, I do have a hard time finding the words to articulate it all, because it's just happening. And it used to annoy me when people would say that, it just happened. No, it doesn't just happen. Does that answer your?
Yes, no, it does.
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
The Monday night events that you have at the, I didn't catch if it was at Buffalo Wild Wings or Ale House or something.
It's at the Ale House.
But do you include your husband with that? Is that something you do like as a couple, or like how does that one work?
That one actually works because there's 3 distributors there's 2 distributors that I have that I'm working with that are relatively new. And so I also kind of enrolled them and said, what kind of events do you guys want to do? So this is something that this time works really, really well for one of them all the time and the other one most of the time. And so we really just we're inviting brand new people that we've met. There have been times, I have to tell you, that we've invited and nobody has showed up. So then we turn it into a distributor training, and we're here, and we make a consistent, we commit to being here. And what I'm working with them on is committing to invite, a certain number of people. And like last week, there were 6 of us here. Sometimes the lunches, there have been, oh my gosh, New Year's Eve, we had 18 of us were there. So it varies, but we use the event one way or another, and I'm not stuck on having to do it a specific way. Like if everybody's brand new, or want to hear about the product, then we'll taste some things. We'll go through the flip book. If people have been doing it and they need ideas, we'll talk about what's working, what's not working. We'll use it as, to encourage the people that are already doing the program. So it just depends, and I try and remain flexible for whatever shows up.
That's great. Thank you so much.
You bet. And it's fun. I am having way more fun.
Hey, Kim, for your salad group, do you ever bring up the other events that you're doing, or is it strictly just come make salads, let's just hang out, have a good time, and you don't use it to lead into other events?
Well, everybody that I have that's actively doing the Transform 30 or Transform 120 program for themselves, they show up to salads because they want to make the salads, because that's right in line with what we're doing. So as we're making the salads, they're often talking to each other, or they'll bring a friend. I don't really do a presentation while we're there, but I will talk to people after, like my tower gardens, in my dining room. So yesterday people wanted to hear about it, so I said, sure, stay after. I've done a Zoom call, and I let them know that, Mitra was going to be on a Zoom call for us. And so I said, after salads, you're welcome to stay if you want. I make it very light, and I am using the group maybe once a month. I'll post, like I posted that we're doing this healthy happy hour an hour later than we usually do. So I posted that to the salad group. So I use it softly in that way, but I do want to kind of keep the salads pure, because I think that also enables people to feel really comfortable just inviting their friends. And eventually, we'll rub off on them, because, they'll wonder what's up, and they see our posts. And, you get a chance to talk about it.
Thank you.
Did you have a question?
I do. I have a question. You said that you have a network of 100 women, but I guess I'm finding the issue with, I have male distributors, and so many of our events are catered to women. Is there anything you do to make your male distributors feel more welcomed, or any male specific events that you involve them in?
So I was having a hard time hearing the question.
Actually has a lot of male distributors. Do you have any suggestions on what she could do to cater it a little bit more to a man style?
Well, the ale house is pretty man friendly. I mean, I know people do, you know, actually I was thinking because our salad group is kind of outgrowing my house right now. And there's another brewery in town that has a great big long table. And I was actually thinking I might move it there and do salads and suds, or you know what I mean, something like that. And I know there's a lot of men's events that kind of play off of those words. And you know, and actually we had a guy come. Oh, she couldn't come, so she sent her husband. So we had a man, and, you know, and he loved it. So I don't know if they really want anything different than, you know, I mean, they still want to eat healthy food. They want to enjoy company. They want to, you know, socialize. They want to feel like they're part of something, I think, too, and be in a community.
Anything else? Uh-oh, did I lose you guys? Hey guys. Ah.